You're able to meet your peers because it's an ecosystem of the creative industry, from sound, from motion graphics, from film to animation. It's one complete ecosystem. There is this student of mine, his name is Emanuel, and he was able to create a monitor, and he had started creating a Turkana man. Okay, so who am I? I'm Benjamin Waithaka. I'm the head of Department Animation and Motion Graphics at the Africa Digital Media Institute. Why did I join this school? Why did I want to train in this school? Well, it's the vision. I love the vision of creating the next creatives in Africa, to just change the narrative of Africa, and also make their passion to profession. That is something that really called unto me to be able to teach, because I'm more specialized in animation and motion graphics, and we didn't have schools that were going very deep into these disciplines. Yeah, thank you.
What inspires you the most about teaching your subject?
What inspires me most about teaching the subject? Well, I'm an animator at heart, an artist, and being able to pass on my skills and also grow the number of professionals doing what we do, that is something that really speaks unto me, so that we can be able to tell the African story in a way that Africans can be able to understand. So that's something that really inspires me.
How marketable is animation in light of AI and other automated things?
So how marketable is animation related to AI and other creative disciplines? Well, it's very, very marketable, because for animation, number one, AI is an integral part of animation. Number two, animation incorporates very many disciplines, and especially the disciplines that are taught within ADMI. For you to be a very good animator, you have to be a good graphic designer, you have to be a good video editor, you have to be a good director. So it encompasses a lot of things, and it's extremely marketable because you're very flexible when it comes to animation. You can enter into so many disciplines, print and digital media, yes.
Can you walk us through a rough breakdown of the curriculum, specifically the diploma level? Like, what can people expect in your class?
A rough breakdown of the curriculum. Diploma level, animation. Usually we go through the entire production process, from concept to final product. That is from the whole issue of coming up with the idea, writing the script, storyboarding, animatics. Then we jump into the production itself. That's pre-production. Production itself, we are looking at modeling your characters and environments, texturing them, lighting, and animation, rendering. Then post-production, that is compositing, editing, and then the final product. So usually we follow that as part of our curriculum. What's my favorite moment in the classroom? My favorite moment in the classroom is when my students get it, when they finally get it. You know, normally when they begin, usually it looks like a huge mountain. But at the end of the day, when I see them producing good artistic work, things that they are proud of, now that is my best moment. The light in their eyes. You know, when somebody does something for the first time, that their entire lives they'll always remember, this was my first product. That is my best moment in the classroom.
Do you have individual stories of that?
Yes, I do. I remember last semester actually, there is this student of mine, his name is Emanuel, and he was able to create a monitor, and he had started creating a Turkana man. And at the end of it all, they came together with his friends and they came up with a very good-looking Turkana man, an authentic African model with proper textures, which even later they started our subgroup and it's being posted all over. And currently they are working on, they are called Sankofa Asili, and they are working on different products and productions from people from outside the country. They are working on models for Sketchfab for selling. So it's something that really makes me very, very proud, and I'm able to see that.
What's a monitor? Keep it in layman for us.
A monitor, for those of you who watch animations and all that, it's a human with a bull's head, you know, from Greek mythology. It's a human with a bull's head from Greek mythology. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how do you keep your subject fresh and exciting for your students?
How do I keep my subject fresh and exciting for my students? Well, I learn a lot, especially from them, because for animation, it's actually a reflection of the artist. So I need to be able to understand every student that is coming into my class. And I also watch a lot of animations, movies, and the like. So I keep abreast with the trends that are going on in the world. But again, we have to come up with our own trends at the end of the day. That's how I keep myself fresh.
What's the most fulfilling part of being a teacher here?
Most fulfilling part of being a teacher is seeing my students graduate, seeing their work out there, working with them in the industry. You know, you go and you find that the person you're working with is now your former student. That is really fulfilling. And being a teacher here, at least you're able to get professional development, you're able to meet your peers, because it's an ecosystem of the creative industry, from sound, from motion graphics, from film to animation. It's one complete ecosystem of the creative industry. So it's really fun. It's really fun.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So if you weren't a teacher, what would you be doing?
If I weren't a teacher, what would I be doing? I don't know, honestly. I don't know, honestly. I don't know. But before I joined animation, I wanted to join the military. I was actually 2 days, actually, funny story, I was 2 days to head to Lanette. I was going for the officers training at Lanette. And 2 days later, just before, I decided to jump into animation. It's a long story. My parents were very thrilled. My dad was very animated. Okay, they were not thrilled at all. They were not happy. But once I was able to start paying my bills, the anger kind of subsided. So yeah. The whole story of joining the military was not even my parents, because in high school I was a very active scout, and we were sponsored by Canada, and we used to work closely with the Kenya Army, especially on relief efforts. Working on some 3D screens right here at Westlands, being able to do the first anamorphic 3D animated adverts around. So we're going to be seeing that.